There's a lot of science around here, though.
Yep.
I assume we're going to be more power limited than science limited, though.
We will be power limited for, like,
Ever.
a bit, and then it will be infinite power forever.
Those guys really hit ya.
Yeah.
Got, like, rockets on them. All right, boy. You wanted to tango, so we're going to tango. Take that. Oh, we just got a bunch of research items off the get-go. So how's it gonna go this game? I'm just gonna go collect research items, and you're gonna build the base again, right?
That really does seem to be my lot in this game. The interesting thing is, I'm actually pretty cool with being the one in charge of building the actual base. Mostly, my only thing is I need whoever I'm playing with to be at least somewhat cooperative when it comes to putting their resources away. Because I've definitely played these games where I had to have, like, a mildly stern talk about, like, don't just dump all your stuff wherever the hell, because, like...
I thought that was my whole gig, though.
You're doing fine. I've played with other people that would, like, truly just trash, like, my nice, clean organization setup. And it was one of those where it was a problem.
Or even worse than just leaving their resources around was if they disrupted
that's
level that you'd created.
It would be like if somebody put gas on the smelting thing.
Oh, I see. So not just not just creating piles, but putting things in locations that, like, they ought to not be in.
Yeah. And then doing it repeatedly and being like, yeah, it's your job to fix that. And I'm like, at this point, no, it isn't. I don't want to do this anymore.
I would only ever do that specifically to troll you.
Yeah.
But I would do it to troll you.
Yeah. And that's understood. Like, that's part of the point of trolling is, like, you kind of do the thing the person doesn't like once, and then you're just like, all right, that was funny, moving on.
You know,
and
it's
this was very
interesting
much just like...
I think I would argue that what I was doing wasn't trolling because it only happened once. Whereas...
I guess.
I think a lot of what counts as actually trolling someone is when you keep doing it after it's not really funny anymore.
And see, I think that's kind of where I take umbrage with trolling is because most people are just like, I'm going to do this until they get real mad.
Yeah. That's what trolling's about.
I don't know. I feel
There's
like
a
that's...
reason to not like that. I think it's totally fair to say that this is, like, a problematic thing in internet culture.
Because, yeah, I always have mild problems with people pranking me when I play games. Because, like, when I prank somebody, it's very light, and it's fairly short. And when I get pranked back, it's often irreparable harm that is going to cost me, like, half an hour to fix. And it's like... Okay, so I guess that's not exactly irreparable, but...
Yeah, I think half an hour is not a very fun amount of time to fix something.
Yeah, 30 seconds is about the limit, and then after that, it's just like, yeah, you probably don't want to do that.
Tether bundle. Probably need that. Suppose I probably can just leave this small battery here for you. I promise I will not just collect science the whole time. But the first thing I'm going to do is... Oh, wait. The tethers don't reach from this. Oh, well.
Tethers will reach from this, though.
You put an oxygenator down?
Yeah, here. While I set this up, can you expand the flatness for a little while?
I am not in the base. I'm just going to handle... I have a personal vendetta that I have to...
Explodey plants.
Yeah. Take that.
Let's see. Quick interruption. Thank you, Typical T, for the raid, and welcome. We were playing Astroneer. My brother is not actually a streamer, and I don't think he can look at chat, so I'm not going to be paying full attention to it. But welcome. We're getting close to the end. If we actually gun for it, we might be able to beat quote-unquote Astroneer today. I'm sure there will be more for us to do, but...
We have to blow stuff up. I think that's something we're missing.
I would say we just go back to Silvio? Whatever the starting planet is, and just blast it to heck and back again.
Well, I also want to do drag racing with...
Okay. With pavers?
I feel like we need to figure out which vehicles are the fastest in the game, and whether or not we could play a game of manhunt. Those are the things I've been thinking about.
I was thinking what we do is get 2 big rovers, best drills, pavers. We pave all the way up to the maximum skybox and race to the core.
Ooh, all right.
Because I feel like that's a very Astroneer race. The buggies would be fun to race, but very buggy.
Well, I wanted... Yeah, that's true. I wanted to do one where one of us would have the thing with the big paver, whereas the other person... And they're chasing somebody in a buggy.
Oh. I could see that. See if you can trap somebody with the... could you trap somebody with the paving? I guess you could. It would take some doing. Let's see, you gotta... get all the satellites. Yeah, we'll get there. I mean, we're almost done with a lot of that stuff.
Get all the satellites? Is that the, like, resource thing that...
I think so, yeah. Unless there's something I haven't even comprehended about satellites.
They're not quite something that I'm not sure immediately what you'd mean by satellites with that. Well, given we've always been power limited, I shouldn't regret it too much, but it seems like there's a pretty huge number of science items here as well.
Yeah.
Like not just the probably the
really little ones? Yeah, items. Go for it.
Oh, not just the little ones. I actually don't see many of the little ones. I see a lot of the big ones.
I'm seeing them on plants.
Oh, okay. I'll look around some more. Those must be around. I just haven't...
Yeah, because I just popped a plant that had some research on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, those shooty plants are mean.
Yeah. Just gonna wreck you.
Let's see. Not at all related to anything, but I assume you haven't taken a look at the Command and Conquer / Red Alert remaster?
I watched you play it some.
Ah, okay. I was really impressed.
Because, well, I found myself watching it and thinking, it has all the problems it always had.
Yeah, true. But, like, it still held up.
It just in terms of being a game and still being engaging.
Yeah, that, like, you know, every once in a while going back to, like, older games that we grew up with, and it's just like, yeah, this actually wasn't that fun. But the ones that we were, like, really obsessed about are still about as good as they always were.
Yeah.
Like I was playing Mega Man X at a bar back in January. And that was, like, super good and very hard, and I was kind of shocked that I couldn't even beat Sting Chameleon.
Yeah, you gotta really know their patterns. Oh, I see some plants. Yeah, I mean, I think Mega Man X is an interesting one, though, because I suspect it's, like, still a good game.
Yeah.
Mega Man X... It's not just that it aged well, but, like, if Mega Man X came out now, it probably wouldn't be as wildly popular, but it would still, like, be a good game if there hadn't been something like it already. I think part of it is a little different as it, of course, there would be things that were already existed that were like it.
Yeah, I've definitely been playing... I've been playing a lot of, like, retro indie games here and there. Like, there's a game I played a couple days ago called Panzer Paladin that's kind of a... It's Mega Man, but with melee combat, but all of your weapons break in a couple of hits, so you have to constantly be cycling new ones in and out. And each has, like, kind of its own statistics and even a special spell that you can use with it. So you have to be conservative with certain weapons, because, you know, you want to use them on the boss, or you want the healing spell instead. And I was playing it, I'm like, I think Mega Man X is just straight up better than this game. I loved what I was playing at the time with Panzer Paladin, but it was just like, some of these old games just still cannot be beaten.
And, I think even an interesting thing is that formula was hard to reproduce for even the developers of Mega Man X itself. Like
they did a
made
decent
sequels,
job.
And some of the sequels were as good, but some of them weren't. Right? I mean, that's like... I think mostly just they could reproduce the formula, but trying to innovate on it, I think, was tough.
Yeah. I think that's a better way of putting it.
Yeah, because right, they could certainly copy it again and make another game that's really the same thing.
Because did you hear about like Mighty Number 9 and stuff?
No, what's that?
Mighty Number 9. So Capcom, for a while, both Capcom and Konami were just doing kind of a terrible job keeping up with their old IPs. That like, there's kind of a reason why you haven't seen a new Mega Man game in pretty much forever. I don't necessarily know what the reason is. Maybe it just wasn't super worth it anymore, or maybe they just didn't want to work on it. But, fans definitely wanted more of that stuff. And they had a lot of their in-house developers who might have actually wanted to work on it, but, they couldn't get the green light from the higher-ups. And so there have been a couple of major like IP revivals with spiritual successors by the original creator. Metroidvanias, specifically Castlevanias, were pioneered by what was his name? Igarashi. I think I just say Iga, but I think it's Igarashi. Something Igarashi. But so he made his own studio after Konami pretty much said, yeah, we're not making any new games anymore. We're just going to make pachinko machines. And anybody that's like in charge of actually making games is pretty much let go. And unless they really want to work on pachinko. And so, of course, everybody's kind of mad about that for, I would say, entirely justified reasons.
What is pachinko again?
Pachinko machines, it's gambling. So it effectively would be slot machines.
Okay.
I think pachinkos are the ones with all the pegs. You drop the ball and it rolls down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I'll fully admit, I actually kind of like pachinko if money's not involved.
Right. Well, but is pachinko that good if money's not involved? Is it an engaging enough game that if money weren't on the line...
It's engaging as a mini game.
Oh, like there's something on the line, but it's part of like another game.
Yeah, so there's, for example, there's a pachinko mini game in Super Mario Sunshine that was like one of the last things we got to when we rented it, and I thought it was super cool. And then I never saw it again for like 10 years, and eventually I was just watching a thing on like gambling in Japan, and it's like, oh, that's pachinko. Yeah. Straight up, like that's just what it was. Cool.
So you didn't realize at the time it was pachinko because we were pretty young and wouldn't have been gambling,
yeah, exactly.
Of course. Actually, thinking of starting video games when you're younger, there was a discussion with some of my coworkers this week where there was several of them knowing that you were a streamer had asked me, I guess in particular one has a younger cousin and one has a daughter, or yeah, I think son actually, that she wanted to get a computer for. So the question kind of was like, what would be a reasonable gaming computer to give them? And one of my other coworkers came in and said, well, like, isn't 9 a little bit too young to have your own gaming computer? Like, shouldn't you be encouraging other things for them at that point in time? And it's funny because my initial response had been like, oh yeah, here's the like computer specs, like this is probably a reasonable option. But then like they brought that up and I thought, I feel like I started gaming when I was 3, but I didn't have my computer probably until I was 12. But it didn't seem like it made a difference having my own computer or not. I was playing games anyways.
Yeah.
Do you think back to like kind of when we started playing games or stuff like that and think like, did the 2-hour limit make sense? Like did saying we could only play 2 hours a day and those types of restrictions or age things, like where does that make sense or not? Kind of.
I found the restriction to be more frustrating than anything else. I think truly arbitrary restrictions like 2 hours a day made it more kind of frustrating and made me push against it. I don't know, Mom had said that I had been the one to propose that restriction, but she was the one that unilaterally enforced it, so I don't know about that one. I think ultimately I think it would have been better if we had had positive alternatives that seemed worthwhile. And, you know, what's a good example? Well, I just didn't have a whole lot going on that I could say, like, immediately was more fun or engaging or, like, worthwhile for me than playing a video game. And I think, like, going outside and stuff was worth it. And I think now that I've grown up and obviously play a lot of video games, you know, playing a lot of video games, I savor the time when I'm not. Let's see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Double checking with pachinko to make sure. Yeah, I was right.
Oh, that it is pachinko?
Yeah. People are saying, well, don't you mean plinko? But I think they're both similar, but pachinko is a lot more complicated looking. Plinko is the baby mode. Yeah, plinko versus pachinko. It's apparently a common question.
All right. Yeah, I guess in terms of thinking of having other things to go on, I kind of wish that I had started working with software development earlier.
Yeah.
I think that there were things I was interested in doing, but I didn't know kind of where to start with a lot of it. And that if I think Dad tried to do some to point me the direction on it, but I think ultimately, I think he needed to point me towards some, like, learn to code
basic
tutorials
stuff
or books rather than trying to show me himself. Because, yeah, I think having him sit there, you know, it would end as soon as he no longer could be there. Whereas if I had some resources to work off of my own, I could have pursued it more.
I remember definitely pulling out, like, one of his beginner coding books. Web design was a lot easier for me. That starting with something that I could immediately, you know, just say, write it, see the results, and that, you know, when I was younger, regular coding was too esoteric for me.
Yeah, I guess in high school during summers, it wouldn't have been too much for me, and I could have done it then.
Yes, but when we were in school, I needed that immediacy because otherwise, you know, I might not get the chance to work on it for, like, gosh, this is painful. We should have brought a generator.
I was wondering about solar cells, actually, because solar is low, but it is here.
Do we have any copper?
We need copper. We don't have any here, but if we got scrap and converted it to copper... Yeah, I was looking for copper. I really don't have any.
Yeah, because quick thing. The trade platform does not require power.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fun. I guess that
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
It's just a rocket. Yeah, but we will need a
scrap.
Small... So we're going to need to at least get a scrapper, which we have the stuff for, but I was wondering, we just don't have... Like, is there scrap on this planet? I was just looking around, I just, like, wasn't seeing any.
Interesting question. Yeah, we can make our own scrap, kind of.
We definitely can, and in fact, that might be more efficient than trying to search for it anyways. But, yeah. Oh, I see. We're power limited on making this platform right now. That's what's happening.
Yep, well, which is why we're just sitting around. If we still had the hydrazine, I'd just fly back.
Or is when the wind is on, are we getting enough power from that?
When the wind is on, it kind of fills up, but it's just mainly the wind ain't on much.
Yeah, because we only need glass and ceramic to make the medium wind turbines.
I would say we need the generator first.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. We might as well prioritize power. That's just gonna be gonna do better on that.
Medium generator, tungsten and aluminum. We should have both of those. Tungsten.
I think so. But is it all tungsten carbide?
No. I
Okay.
loaded up some tungsten on purpose. Do you have some organic on you?
I certainly didn't bring any. I can go mine some quickly, though.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, art was a kind of nice side hobby to work on. Unfortunately, I don't think I really understood what I needed to do to personally develop until actual college.
And how would you phrase what you needed to do exactly?
Just doing it every day.
So there's consistency of the practice.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't say that there's like various forms of practice that have like varied degrees.
There are definitely forms of practice that are better, but ultimately the most important part is just consistency and doing it often. That's actually kind of one of my biggest grumps about my current adult life is that I don't quite have the time to dedicate to a lot of these, skills that I do want to work on, writing, art, so on and so forth. That I might have been better able to... Oh, we should probably just make some really basic generators, like the really small ones.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I'll start it.
I mean, what's the power it takes to smelt an organic into carbon?
Don't know, but we don't have the smelter yet.
Oh, but we could, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
So you wanna get the smelter down?
That? Okay, I'll build the smelter. I was gonna build. I had enough to build at least one. I think two medium winds though, so I was gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, where's our small printer? We have a small printer, right?
Yeah, it's right next to me. I would skip the medium wind. I don't think it's worth it.
Why not?
I just don't think the wind is blowing often enough to justify it.
I mean, when the wind blows, are we just at full power? I don't think we are.
No, we're not. Like,
Well, we're
I
at full
think
power now. Oh, that's just the batteries. I think we need the wind. I think we could use a little bit more.
I just don't think we're pulling enough. I think we should focus on the generators and have consistent...
Well, I mean, we already have this here, and we can do generators next. I mean, I just was going to make two of them and then switch over to the generators. So
Yeah, it's fair. Okay. So do we still have some organic on the ground? Yes. Yeah, my big issue is I just feel like those things are just going to be totally still for...
I think you're right. It's coming up occasionally, but we're getting power input, and our current only input is wind, so...
Well, no, our current power input is the singular organic generator.
Oh, yeah, that is a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I had the resources, and I figured we might as well start it. I mean, because we want to make sure that whenever the wind starts, it refills the batteries. And we want to make sure that whenever the solar is happening, that we don't need any issues there.
Let's see. Grab this.
Okay. All right, see, I see you've already got the smelter going. Did you make a medium generator? That hasn't happened yet, has it?
Nope. We have the medium generator. We don't have any coal.
Okay. Ah, yes, there it is back there. Should I just go get some more organic then?
Yeah. Next order of business, I was thinking we'd get our hands on the soil centrifuge so we can just start converting that over.
Yeah, does that just like... Can we turn... Like, we don't... We'll gain net power from this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we absolutely will gain net power. Okay, there we
I
go.
suppose, yeah, because we can run out of plant life around the base pretty quickly.
So there was kind of a button that I could press to like shed all resources from one of these storage silos.
I think just in general, just a dump all button for like your character too. There's definitely like a number of use cases for this.
I love the idea of just rolling up with like a totally loaded rover, just like full on resources off every side, and then pressing the dump all button.
Dump all.
Yeah.
500 resources.
Yeah, just
talk about your base being a mess, right?
Yeah.
Here you are thinking that would be a good thing.
Let's see, aluminum and compound. Nope, that's zinc. Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Did you use up all the aluminum?
Oh. I don't think I used the aluminum for anything.
Not for the... Okay, we had enough. Not for the windmills?
Those are ceramic and glass.
Oh, okay.
I see why you were more worried about it. I was thinking, like, we'll just get more out of the soil centrifuge. Like, it'll be fine. But yeah, I see all the batteries are full right now with our current wind output. So.
Well, the medium generator is running.
Oh, it is. Okay, I guess that makes a difference. Yeah, soil centrifuge seems like a good thing to have then.
Yep.
I guess the next thing after that is to just make the rover so we can fill it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so we can get tons of soil. That's gonna be one heck of a print, though. That's gonna take a while.
Just because we need all the stuff to go on it?
Well, it just takes a while to make. So I would say we should probably manually fill up the soil centrifuge and get a bunch of carbon.
Okay.
Let's see, where'd the rubber go? There it is. There's the car supplies.
Then
Organization.
if we're gonna manually fill it up, I'll get myself a second soil canister. Small canister requires... Is that resin that it requires? Yeah.
Are you looking for... a small soil canister for yourself.
That was what you were saying, right? Fill it up.
Yeah. I thought you'd still have one.
I had one. I just wanted a second. All right.
Okay, did we get it down? There it is. Okay. There's the medium soil canister. Let's see. Might get another one of the big platforms. Let's see. I definitely overshot. There we go.
Let's see. We're looking for organic. Okay. It's a good thing that even in places that are mostly devoid of organic life, we can still get organic out of the soil at a pretty good exchange.
Yep. Oh man, that would be interesting if different planets had different exchange rates.
I mean, realistically, they ought to, right? Like,
yeah, I guess so.
There's no reason they should be the same. I think part of it is complexity. The other part is, wouldn't it be kind of rude if your planet was already, like...
devoid of energy and suddenly, yeah, no organic either?
Do I need the drill mod on my instrument in order for it to work? Is that how that
I think
goes?
so, yeah. If you don't have it on, then you're only going to get small amounts.
No, that's good, because it was draining all my power, and I didn't need it to suck up organic, so...
Let's see, what else do we need for the RTG? Honestly, the chem lab. I think we have...
Well, we need the atmospheric condenser, because we need helium.
We brought one with.
Oh, great. But we need to run it. Can take power. Oh. That just, I just left a a research item in midair here.
Yeah, as you do.
Why is it there? What does it mean?
It means build a jetpack.
Build a jetpack. I mean, I sucked up all that organic and got one organic. Solid.
But does the RTG need lithium? Well,
doesn't need. Oh yeah, it requires lithium.
Well, I guess that's what the scrap rocket's going to be necessary for.
Yeah, but I figured given all the other things, we didn't have lithium at the other planet. I guess we could have scrapped stuff just to make lithium. Oh, okay. So because these are all on the same platform, it will just automatically feed the generator here.
Yep.
Okay, but not all the generators are on. We're okay with that for the moment, I guess.
Yeah.
You only really need one generator to run everything. Is that what's happening?
Correct. Yeah, I
Except
actually...
Winter is just like not running yet. Is it not plugged in? What's going on?
Oh, I haven't been running it yet.
Oh, okay.
Because
it just pause? You pause it? It's just showing the ghost bit. Okay.
Yeah. You can just
Cool.
kind of leave it there.
Neat.
I guess... Here, I'm gonna print some more organic just so we can keep this medium generator going.
Yeah. Oh, there's another organic over here. Look at that. Oh, there's another one over here. Just pick up after you, and that's gonna get me
I think
more
that's
organic.
actually stuff you had dropped off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Not intentionally. Oh, maybe I mined it at one point without realizing it. Oh, I see. But if I want to suck up lots of organic, then it's fine to not have the drill mod. But the drill mod really makes it a lot faster to actually mine the soil.
Yep. Okay, so what do we
Is that
need?
true? It really disappears faster.
Chemistry
Is it
lab.
actually,
Tungsten and ceramic.
but is it actually mining soil faster? Let's see.
Do we not have enough tungsten? Uh-oh. Oh, there's like our last couple bits of tungsten.
Oh. Take the rocket.
We can't. The rocket's fuel got blown up.
Yeah. But like,
We're
it wouldn't be that hard to get more, right? We just need the atmospheric condenser to be running.
Yeah. Okay, where did the... Still here? No. There's the atmospheric condenser. We need the chem lab to make hydrazine.
Oh, but do we need the tungsten to do that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we needed the tungsten for the chem lab. And I was panicking a little bit because I couldn't immediately find it. I'm like,
but we
it'd
have
be
it,
real
right?
bad if we... Yeah, we have like 2 more pieces.
I was
At
thinking,
some point,
like,
I'll
we
just
used some
load
of
up.
it, but we didn't use all of it, right?
Let's see. So this will give us chem lab. I guess you want to make a small scrapper.
I guess because until we find large scrap, we don't actually need the bigger one, right?
Yeah.
There's
Nor do
no
we
real
have the.
advantage. It's not really
Nor do we have
fast or
the
anything.
power.
Oh, does it have a much higher power? I guess probably to be expected.
Yep. Because yeah, we're gonna probably want to make a bunch of.
We have enough carbon, it looks, right?
Yeah, I think we've got enough carbon to keep that generator running for a considerable amount of time.
Okay.
You want to start making some drill mob 1s and scrapping them using this shredder here? Because
oh yeah, so then I should make some ceramic, right?
yeah, we have a decent chunk of ceramic sitting around still.
Yeah, but I just filled up the soil container. Should I do it? Should I make clay or should we wait? We're gonna need to do a bunch of these, aren't we? I might as well get that started.
Yeah.
Okay, you said small scrapper.
I will get the large rover started, but we're not going to be able to do anything with it yet.
Is this under the medium printer where the scrapper is?
I just built it.
Oh,
It's
the
right
medium
next to you.
shredder? Okay. Just did it already. You
Yep.
keep telling me to do stuff, and then you're just
Well,
already there.
I was telling you to make the drill mods.
Yeah. You said shredder first, and then drill mods. Yeah. I guess I could.
Okay, large platform seed. There we go. All right, I will be right back.
We need